you doing, guys? I'm back. I haven't been posting too much. I've been so busy. I'm weeks behind, all due to those parts that we've been waiting for months and months and months. And specifically, this is one of the projects I've been working on since before Christmas. We waited for basically over 5 months for some of the parts for this. So I'll give you the lowdown on it. It's 2011 Roadglide CVO. The owner of the bike brought it to me basically for engine noise. It's been to other different places. So they didn't seem to help him out, or they helped him out and didn't do a good job. Really don't want to get into it, but he's here. So we ended up firing the bike up. Found out it had some motor noise, some knocking inside, so we started to take it apart. Piston skirts were all scored, cylinders were scored. That led me to, like, we better open up the cam chamber and find out what's going on in there. So when I pulled the cam cover off, seen that it had a Screaming Eagle oil pump assembly in there, but it was scored to shit. So one of the first things when you look at that, you'll see the scoring. If it's a full circle of scoring, basically the whole circumference of it, usually just wear, dirty oil, shit like that. But when the cam plate itself is wearing on one side, typical problem is the crankshaft runout is bad. So we dial indicated this one, and I forget off the top of my head, but it was like 13 or something like that. So obviously the crank is shit, right? So it's got to be replaced. So I got a hold of Gleason that owns the bike, and he authorized me to just do it, fix it, make it right. Don't want to do it again. So that's why it's here. So we ended up pulling the motor right out of the bike, split the cases. Instead of putting a stock set of CVO 110 flywheels back in it, I managed to scoop up a set of Screaming Eagle 110 flywheels. So I put those in it instead, and hopefully they'll last a lot longer. When I had them in the truing stand, they were like a half a thou run out in them. So really nice finish on them. So the cylinders themselves, because they were scored, I ended up boring them out 10 thou and fitting them with a 10.5 to 1 piston. And when I was starting to get into the motor build, Gleason called me and said that he wanted the heads ported as well. So back up a little bit of delay again in time to finish that off. So I ported the cylinder head. Then we got into the cam chamber where we were replacing the new cam plate, oil pump. I started washing up the cams and the lifters and stuff that he said didn't have a lot of miles on them. But when I got into them, the finish was all coming off the cam, so fuck it. Order new cams, new lifters, and let's do it and do it right. So basically everything in the motor is new except for the casings and the cylinders and heads. So we're back together again. Stock throttle body, ported heads. It's got V&H X-pipe on it, and Screaming Eagle tuner with a set of V&H slip-ons. So this will, hopefully, it will be on the dyno this week to get her tuned up. But this one here, like I said, sorry for the delay, but not my fault on the parts. But this is Gleason Gallagher's first startup.